In this episode, there is always another way of doing things. There's so many fucking options. It drives me insane.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 232 of the Daily Mother Swole. It is the Christmas Eve edition. It is the day before Gamesmas. Welcome on Facebook Live. Thanks for watching on YouTube and listening on SoundCloud and iTunes. Remember, today is the last day if you want to enter that Swolga competition. You have to enter that picture of you doing your yoga. Tag someone. It's on the Facebook page. Tag to the top, Swolga. You can enter to win a Kegel shirt, so make sure you do that. And thank you for following me everywhere on social media and supporting me here on Facebook Live and, of course, YouTube and all that good stuff. So if you're a podcaster, welcome. If you're a YouTuber, welcome. And if you're alive, you like to see the gains grow live right in front of your fucking eyes, thanks for joining. Thank you, thank you. So Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas Swole, what up Christmas gains, all of those good things. So thank you for sharing this broadcast. So make sure you click that share button so other people can see just like you. And if you're finding this for the first time, if you're stumbling across the Daily Swole, absolutely 112% welcome. Make sure that you click live notifications so you get notified when I go live on the daily tip. Yeah? Let me just rearrange Facebook Live over here so you can see my good side. You're on my other good side. I want you on my primary good side. I got two good sides. You know what I'm saying? Bam! Chicka-ching, chicka-ching. All right. This episode 232 is titled, There is Always Another Way. There is always another way. There's always another way to do things. There is always another way. So we'll talk about workouts. We'll talk about program design. We'll talk about nutrition. We'll talk about training splits. We'll talk about all these things. I'm going to go over some very basic. They're basic on the surface. I'm going to go over some basic topics and some talking points, and we're going to discuss a little bit, and we'll talk a little bit about why they are, why you can mix them up, why they are manipulative, why they are variables, okay? These are generally called variables. They're things that you can change. The things you can change, things you can manipulate, things you can alter in order to lead to a certain result. So there are things you can change in the short term. There's acute variables, and those things are going to lead to long-term adaptations. And I have always talked about the necessity of your body being given the chance to adapt. It's a lot more than just, let me work out differently every day, let me mix it up. Well, your body doesn't mix it up. Your body doesn't mix up adaptation. You can't do random shit every fucking day and expect amazing results because your body needs to adapt to things in order to change, right? Your body needs to either lose weight and lose body fat to adapt to X, Y, and Z. Your body needs to build muscle and gain size to adapt to X, Y, and Z. Your body has to get faster and build certain muscle fiber densities and certain muscle fiber types in order to sprint faster. There's all different types of adaptations. You have to adapt to play the piano. You have to adapt to dance. You have to adapt to sing. You have to adapt to doing woodworking. Your body has to adapt to everything. Coordination, skills, everything is a learned process. It's riding a bicycle. It's running. It's doing things over and over again to lead to a result. It's practice. Pretty much you have to practice weight training. And I want you to think about it that way. I want you to think about lifting weights and working out as practicing. You're not going to get huge. You're going to practice fitness. You're going to practice exercise. And just like anything else, when you practice, you get better. You practice, you get better. The more you practice, the better you will get, but you have to practice properly. You can't just go there and, I'm just going to lift things and throw things around. I'm going to stand over here in the corner and talk to this girl. I'm going to stand over here and talk to my friend. I'm going to hang out by the juice bar. You have to do work, right? So there's a couple things you can change that, there are things you can change every day. There are things you can change every week. There are things you can change in your program. There are things you can change right now. And these things I'm going to talk about right now are going to give you a little bit of open mind. Okay, there's a different way. And the reason why I say there's a different way is because there's more than one way. There's more than one way, and there's the way that fits you. There's a way that fits everyone else. You could be the outlier. You could be someone that, I like going things straight up the middle. The basic, 3 sets of 10, 3 exercises. I'll do this 2 days a week and blah, blah, and it works great for you. The challenge is doing something long enough that you can see the adaptation. You can see if it's good for you. You can see if it's bad for you. You can see if it's working for you. So here is one of your final opportunities. It's never a final opportunity, but make sure you share. Share this broadcast. Again, this is episode 232. Here we go. We're starting right now, going through the numbers. Hit that share button. Let's see how many people we can get in here on Christmas Eve. I know everyone's sitting around just drinking eggnog and like, what up? How do I get huge? Just watch Papa Swole make some sick fucking gains, because here we go. Training split. You can change your training split. You can do total body 3 days a week. You can do chest twice a week by itself, chest and triceps, chest and biceps, chest and shoulders, back and shoulders, back and legs. You could do any different type of split. And split is what you're doing on different days of the week. So if you're working off a 7-day cycle, what body parts and what exercises are you doing, or what body parts are you doing on what days? What's your training for that day? What are you doing? Are you doing yoga on this day? Are you doing upper body on this day? Are you doing legs? Are you doing push-pull? Are you doing upper-lower? There are many different ways to split, and you can imagine all the different combinations. There are ones that are more popular than others. There are ones that I would generally recommend more than others, but there is not a single one that is literally best for you that I can tell you. It's something that you have to try for yourself and see what works for you, what you're allotted in terms of time, what your experience would let you accomplish successfully. So you have to try. You have to try different things. Rep ranges. Rep range, how many reps you should do. Generally, there's a certain adaptation for mid-range reps for building maximum muscle, and high repetitions are more for muscular endurance. But that doesn't mean that doing a couple high sets or doing some high repetition workouts won't build muscle. And that's what I've gotten a lot of messages from, saying, well, I do this many reps, I do this many reps, am I still going to build muscle? Well, it's not that simple. It's not that, oh, you do 15 to 20 reps, you're not going to build muscle. You're only going to build muscle when you do 8 to 12. The body and the science, these are tests. These are things that people have done in laboratories, that have done testing, that have done, muscle scans, and have done, actual like muscle biopsies to see like muscle fiber density. They've done tests to see if certain rep ranges work. They've done measurements, they've done underwater weighing, and they do a test. And the way they do tests in labs or exercise labs, they'll do, okay, a group of 50 males did 3 sets of 8 reps, 3 days a week for this. They have to do tests a certain way. It's not like, oh, they went to the gym and they saw better results. No, they have to do a certain test a certain way, and then if you want to see if it was better with doing it 4 days a week, they have to do the same test with 4 days a week. And the bigger the sample population, the more accurate it is, the more repeatable the test. It's just the reliability, the accuracy, whether or not these tests are funded. It's compound over years and years of people studying and restudying these things. It doesn't mean that 8 to 12 reps is the be-all, end-all of seeing results. It doesn't mean you can't do 15 and see great results. It doesn't mean you can't do 4 reps and see great results. You have to play around with it, but the studies show and the research shows and the actual evidence shows from people working out in the gym that certain rep ranges work better than others, but it doesn't mean it's limited. You don't have to only do those reps to only see results. Okay, got it? Sets and volume, how many sets you're doing and how much volume you're doing per body part. So when you're doing a certain amount of sets and a certain number of volume per body part, the sets and volume, the overall, how much volume you're actually doing is going to determine the overload on the muscle. So you could be doing 2 sets, you could be doing 5 sets, you could be doing 10 sets, but the actual number of repetitions and the actual number of sets and the load is going to be a big factor in your resistance, in the stimulation, is what I'm saying. So if you're increasing the sets, you're increasing the volume, you're increasing how many sets you're doing. If you're doing 5 sets, 6 sets, 7 sets, it's going to increase pretty much the hammering on those muscle fibers. It's going to increase how much those fibers are beaten up, okay? If you do too much volume up front, it could be damaging to the body. If you do too much damage up front, it could be detrimental. The problem is when you're not doing enough volume or you're doing too much too soon. There is always a sweet spot, and just because you got really sore doesn't mean you injured yourself. It doesn't mean you're not going to see results, and I've done many, many traumatic workouts, but you have to find that balance where you're recovering properly and you're also putting the effort in that's going to stimulate results. So you don't want to do too little, and you also don't want to do too much because that's going to set you back as well. Exercise order. You're going to have many different exercises to choose from. You're going to have, I'll do a bench press, I'll do a chest fly, and I'll do a cable fly. Well, mixing it up doesn't necessarily have to be something night and day. You can just change the order. You can do the last exercise first. You can do the middle exercise first. Swap them around, kind of like the game with the cups where you're like, where's the bar? Where's the bar? Where's the protein bar? Where's the protein bar? Where's the piece of tuna fish? You can mix up just the exercise order and see a lot of change. You don't have to do anything night and day, but changing just the order of exercise, even if you're at home and you only have certain exercises that you could possibly do, changing the order could be enough. Time of day when you work out, your preference, try it. If you don't know if you like working out in the morning, try working out in the morning. You might like it better than the evening. You might feel like, wow. For me, sometimes working out at night, I feel like I'm going to be up all night. I feel like I should get out done early in the day, but I had some of my best workouts at night. You might want to mix it up. There's really no rule saying you're going to get better results in the morning, get better results in the evening. There is no real thing that says you're not limited, okay? Let me just put it that way. If anyone that tells you you're going to see better results each other, maybe for them. They're just blowing smoke up your ass. There's no truth to saying it's absolutely a fact that it's going to be better at this time of day. That's just a blow of shit. Exercise selection. What type of exercise you're doing? Are you doing cables? Are you doing bands? Are you doing dumbbells? Are you doing barbells? You can see great results with any type of equipment. Whether or not you're going to be on the Mr. Olympia stage, that depends. Your body might react best to bands. It really might. There are heavy resistance bands out there. Your body might react best to band training. It really might react best to band training, but you don't know until you try it. Would I recommend, hey, I want to get big muscles, let me just go 100% on bands? I wouldn't go all in on that stuff, but you can always try it and put some more effort into it and do some supersets and do some more band-related work. Cables, dumbbells, barbells, it really comes down to what you have access to and then what you put your focus on, because you can overload your body amazingly with any type of any piece of equipment. You can overload your body with any piece of equipment. So really, it doesn't matter what you do. It just matters if you're consistent with it and if your body reacts to it. So you have to try it. So don't stop asking. Don't keep asking me, is this better, is this better? Just do it. Try it and see if you like it. There are a million variations of you. There are many different dimensions, and you can think about quantum physics. There are many different dimensions, shades, and aspects of you as a human being. There's an unlimited number of variations and things that you can do to manipulate and to change your workouts. Okay? There are a million fucking ways to change things. Don't let anyone tell you that this is the way. Don't let anyone tell you that you can only do this. Don't let anyone tell you, this is how you do this. This is how you do this. This is how you do this. They're blowing smoke up your ass. They're trying to sell something. There are always other options. Now, if you're trying something, understand that you're trying something, and there's ways to manipulate that something. There's never a 100% rule unless you find what works best for you. And here's the kicker. Even if you find something that works really great for you, you don't know if there's something out there that works fucking better for you. So you have to try. You have to try different things, and you're never going to know what works. You're never going to know. Here it is. You're never going to know until you try it. The most important thing today, on Christmas Eve, on Hanukkah Eve, whatever the hell it is, be grateful that you have the opportunity to try things. Be grateful for the opportunity that you have 2 arms, that you have 2 legs, that you have your health enough to be able to experiment and to try things that most people in the world do not have the opportunity to. So spend some time with your friends, spend some time with your family. If your gym's still open right now and you're trying to go work out, then go do it. Today I'm doing an off day. Fitness and exercise is one of the last things on my mind. I couldn't care less. I did my workouts this week. I'm going to do some other things today. However, if you are getting your pump on, go get your fucking pump on. Of course, as always, I will see you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. Make sure you share this broadcast. There was not enough people in here. So you guys didn't do your work today, but tomorrow on Christmas, I know we'll see. We'll see if everyone can hang. We'll see if everyone can put some effort in, because of course I will be here at 12 noon Eastern time. I won't be here. I'll be elsewhere, but I still will be broadcasting at 12 noon Eastern time. So make sure that you share the broadcast, tag someone in it. And that's what you could also do. You could also share and tag someone in the broadcast because the information stays here on Facebook. So I know, I'm just joking. Some people are busy. Some people are busy today, and I get it. However, you can always tag someone later that should watch us at a later time. And the good thing about Facebook Live is that it stays here. So thanks for joining me for episode 232 of the Daily Swole. Thanks for watching on YouTube and listening on SoundCloud and iTunes. Fuck yeah, make some gains, drink some eggnog, lift some weights, spend some time with your family, get some work done. And I'll see everyone tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time on the Daily Mother Swole. Peace out and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.